booties for black girl nerds.
Hey, how are you?
Excellent, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm not too bad. I'm not too bad. I'm good.
Thank you. It's a pleasure being with you. I'm Jeandra from Black Girl Nerds. Thank you for stopping to talk to me about Wheel of Time. Very exciting times for you.
Yeah, man, it's really exciting. It's really exciting.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on the series, and you've made your debut now. How do you feel now that the cat's out the bag and the sort of band-aid's been ripped off and you are now into the show?
Yeah, I feel good, man. I feel like I can finally breathe, It's been it's been an interesting time, trying to keep I don't know if like keeping Loial a secret is the right idea, but like, keep him on the wraps for as long as possible. And so for him to finally meet everyone, I was really excited. I was buzzing. So yeah, it's good. It's good now that he's out and that people can enjoy him and enjoy him with part of the crew and stuff. So it's all good.
For sure. The feeling is very mutual. I went and looked through some fan reactions to Loial making his appearance, and people are super duper excited. Do you pay attention to the fandom? Is that of interest to you when you participate in something that's steeped in so much history like this show?
Yes and no. Uh, it's interesting. I feel like the fandom are a very special part of this whole series. They're very passionate, and very vocal, and it's great because it allows, it means that people are talking about it. It means that people are excited. You know, I think any emotion is great. And so, yes, I do pay attention, but I try not to let it get to me up here because I know I've got a job to do. So I just do the best that I can and hope that I am doing a good one. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed. And what I enjoyed about your performance is you brought so much authenticity of what the character was like in the novels, with the kindness and just this sort of nobility that you brought to the essence of Loial. What was important to you when you read through through Loial, who Loial was, and what was
Mhm.
important to you to convey to the audience through this character?
That's a really great question. I think the thing for me, the thing that I wanted to get right was the tone of Loial. When I was researching, when I got the role, I researched Loial. I researched who Ogier were, and the sort of loyalty and um, I guess the trust that they have in people that they connect with. It means so much to them. So I think for me, it was about the tone. It was about the pitch. Um, it was about getting the pitch of Loial right. More than anything else for me, I wanted to make sure that when people watch the show, especially people who are huge fans of the books, I wanted them to like almost, I wanted them to almost like, they could almost, be in a trance and feel Loial in the room with them. I think that was most important for me, was them to be able to feel him um, from the screen. Yeah, that was the biggest thing for me.
Mhm. As someone who enters the series later, not in the first episode, but into the season, what were you doing as you waited for your character? Did you tune in every week with everyone and watch with your popcorn? What do you do as you anticipate your entrance into the show, and how have you been enjoying the show as a fan so far before your entrance?
I was doing the same thing everyone else was doing. I was tuning in every Friday, waiting patiently for Amazon to drop the episodes. I was doing the same thing as everyone else, watching with my friends and family. And I'm just loving it, because I wasn't, as an actor, you're not around all of the time, and I joined in halfway through, so I didn't get to see or witness all the stuff that were done previously. So to watch that, I was watching purely as a fan, and I was loving it.
That's awesome. Part of Loyal's overall thing is the costuming. It's stupendous. It
Thank
looks
you.
very labor intensive. I imagine it took a lot of time to get
hmm
all those things on you. Can you talk a little bit about the process of the costuming and what that experience was like?
It was a completely joint effort between the MUFX team, the costume department with Isis, and Sally, the director. And it was about trying to find the right look and feel of Loial with the colors and with the textures, but also practically for me, because I have to wear it all the time. So it was about how I can, for example, move my face as much as possible and move my hands as much as possible to be able to be as mobile as possible. So there was a lot of things that went into it. It was 100% a group effort, and I'm so happy with the outcome. I think I was super excited, and when I stepped on set for the first time, everyone else was excited, and so everyone else was excited. Everyone else was really happy, and that made me happy. So I was able to relax more into and do my job rather than sort of worry about all the existential things that are happening. So I could just focus on trying to become Loial as much as possible. But yeah, it was completely a joint effort, and a long one as well. Putting on prosthetics every day is not an easy feat. So and not just for me, but for the team that are doing it with me. So Jack, Dixie, Becky, in the MUFX team with Nick at the helm. So it was like, yeah, the first time I put it on it took around maybe 4 hours, maybe four and a bit hours. But now we've got it down to like 2.5. So yeah, it's a joint effort, complete team effort.
When you spend your time immersing yourself into the preparation, the words on the page, the finding the voice, finding the tone, then you finally get to the point where you see yourself in the full sort of regalia. How did you react to yourself when you finally got to stand up, look at yourself and think about all those things you had been studying for this moment to
perform? I tried really hard not to get too overwhelmed, because I looked in the mirror and I didn't, all I could see were my eyes. The only thing I could recognize were my eyes. So it was kind of scary, because like my face wasn't there anymore. So there was that. And I also took a picture. I took a selfie and I sent it to my mum because like I just wanted her to see what I was doing. It's just like trying. I think I was just trying really hard not to get too over. Allowed all my emotions to completely consume me. I had to really get into a sort of place of zen so I can actually do the job that I need to do. But that doesn't mean that when I took the stuff off and went home, I wasn't like jumping up and down in excitement saying this is the best thing I've ever done, which I did do that. But I really had to pick my moments, let's just say that.
Absolutely. And lastly, the series has been just wildly popular. People from long-running fans who consume the novels to new fans who may have stumbled upon it by accident and got swept up into the pageantry of it and this wonderful story. What will the rest of the season look like for us on the outside that are enjoying it?
The rest of the season is
don't let me get you in trouble now.
No trouble. Get you in trouble. The rest of the season is there's a lot of stuff happens. That's all I'm gonna say. A lot of stuff happens in the rest of the season. It's really exciting. I mean, episode 6 is really special. Very, very special. But yeah, the rest of the season, everyone is in for a treat. I think for me, it just gets like bigger and better, like each episode, for many different reasons. Not in terms of like spectacle or action, but in terms of just the performances. The performances from everyone is just incredible, and they just like keep topping it every single episode. So I'm just like I think I'm just excited to see what people are gonna bring for episode 6, 7, and 8. It's gonna be amazing.
It is amazing. For lack of a better term, the show is truly magical and beautiful and riveting, and it's a wonderful, wonderful collaboration of many people, performers and artisans. And I thank you for your talents and your time and joining me today, sir. Thank you so much.
Oh, bless you. Take care of yourself.
You too. Have a wonderful rest of the season, and I can't wait to see how it ends. Thank you so
bless
much.
You. Thank you. See you. Stay safe.
Bye-bye. Have a wonderful holiday.
You too.
Better shake your booties for black girl nerves. Better shake your booties for black girl nerves.